Hello everyone, with Jamaica here. Welcome to this updated video on the weather across Jamaica and the rest of the Caribbean. It is 7:14 a.m. Wednesday, July 3, 2024. Now before we jump into it, please ensure that you guys like the video. If you don't know by now, that's how the YouTube algorithm works. We all like the video and then the YouTube algorithm pushes the video out to more persons who are in the path of the system so that they can be aware of what's happening and know what to do so that we can keep everyone safe. Share this video with your friends, your coworkers, your relatives, and even your church brethren, and subscribe if you haven't yet done so. Leave a comment down below letting me know what that's been like in your area recently. Also, feel free to ask any weather related question that you might have about the future of the weather in your specific area. Alright, so if we take a look at the US National Hurricane Center 7-day graphical tropical weather outlook, we can see that we have Beryl right there, still to the southeast of the island, and we still have that area of possible tropical cyclone formation within the next 7 days, following in the heels of Beryl. It only has a 20% chance, so still a code yellow, and we can see that it's definitely going to be possibly bringing more in the way of rainfall to Jamaica after Beryl leaves. And if we even look back at the infrared, we can see the clouds associated with that tropical wave right there, definitely affecting sections of Barbados, the Windward Islands, anywhere from Dominica southward, Martinique, St. Lucia, St. Vincent and the Grenadines, Grenada, Trinidad, and Tobago. All right, so if we take a look back at the latest on Hurricane Beryl, as of the 8 a.m. Eastern Daylight Time update, which is actually 7 a.m. Jamaica time, so it just came out a good 15, if not 30 minutes ago. They've stated that the center of Beryl is located right there to the southeast of the island. We can also see that it still has a maximum sustained winds of 145 miles per hour. What does that make Beryl? Still a category 4 right here in the purple, but at least it's not a category 5 at all. And we know that's definitely some catastrophic winds that can cause catastrophic damage. And she's still moving towards the west northwest at 20 miles per hour. So she's moving fast. We still have tropical storm warnings up for the southwestern portions of Hispaniola, so southwestern Dominican Republic, southern Haiti, as we can see by the blue, like what we're seeing on the key right here at the bottom. Hurricane warning still up for Jamaica and the Cayman Island. Hurricane watches up for the Yucatan Peninsula of Mexico and even sections of northeastern Belize. But we can see that Jamaica is still expected to have Beryl pass to our south as a major hurricane. This is why we have to stay updated because if you remember, over the weekend we said, oh, it's gonna weaken, the wind shear is gonna, lessen its impact on us. But we can see that Beryl has beaten the odds, especially considering the very warm sea surface temperatures across the Atlantic, not to mention the heat potential deeper into the ocean. So it all makes sense. If we take a look at the latest visible satellite images of the Atlantic as the sun was coming up this morning, we can see the clouds associated with that tropical wave definitely bring some thunderstorms to sections of the eastern Caribbean as we speak. The clouds associated with Beryl right there across portions of the greater Antilles, including Haiti and Jamaica. And if we take a closer look at what's happening with Beryl, as a matter of fact, let's reload these images. Let's have the very latest ones to show you guys. So we can see the thunderstorms associated with Beryl as she's starting to push west north westward. Definitely going to be going in that fashion. We see the motion in general coming in a fashion like this. I want to use the pink one. All right, so in a fashion like this, we see her. So definitely coming in from the east southeast, moving to the west northwest, and she means business. Look at all of the thunderstorms associated with her. Lots of sparkling white dust that mean lightning strikes, if not lightning flashes. And we even see some of that near her center of circulation somewhere in here. So it's going to be quite a light show, even although it's the daytime. It is a very bad situation in general. And we can see that we've already started to get in on some of that rainfall across the island. We even made a post on our Twitter page. And we also made this post on our Instagram, TikTok, and Facebook page. It's on our Twitter page at Weather Jamaica, on our Instagram page at Weather.Jamaica, on our TikTok page at Weather Jamaica, and on our Facebook page at Weather Jamaica 876. So if you are on one of those social media platforms, please ensure that you follow us there as we make posts throughout the day that you can't afford to miss. And given the passage of the hurricane, we know that it's only a matter of time before we have the power outages, then the possible signal, digital, and flora loss. So if you are still connected and I'm not connected, that's the reason. Because I'm here to give the updates I really want to give to keep everyone safe in general. And we can see the clouds, the showers, the thunderstorms that we were having at around 5:25 a.m. on Wednesday. We've been having the rainfall from last night, as a matter of fact, from early last night, maybe around what 10, 11, 12, 1. And we definitely had those comments coming in. GRX, the realest, light showers in Red Hills, Fest Genius, heavy winds and rain. Kareen Hall, we see slight to moderate, steady rainfall throughout the night. Rain has eased now, not much wind. Some birds are out, typical morning. AstraZen21.ga, lots of low thunder and light rains here in Harborview, Bull Bay. The waves are rolling heavy though. Even on our Instagram page, we had comments coming in. Overcast light showers by designers. PRVD. Shane underscore too rude. Raining downtown Kingston. Shadow toxicity. We see like how we first I get slapped cause why rain a go on so a Kingston. Even on our Facebook page, we have a lot of comments coming in. There are lots of comments coming in on all of our pages, but I can only read so many. We can see Antoinette Crossdale Sinclair sitting raining in Kingston from 1 a.m. So it's a lot of rain for Kingston. Section of Kent, St. Catherine as well as we see Shade Birmingham Bridge Manhattan confirming there. And if we take a look at the latest infrared satellite images of Jamaica, so we're looking at the latest, which just came out at 5 minutes past the hour. That is actually what 7:05, and in another minute we're gonna be having the 7:15 a.m. update. They usually come out like at 7:22, if not 7:12, if not 7:32. Usually that time period, that trend. So the image is going to be coming out. So we can see that most of the thunderstorms have died down, bringing more overcast skies and very windy conditions. And we also see the core of the system starting to show up on the southeastern side of this map. Look at that, the dark colors, the blacks, the grays. Beryl is definitely coming. I hope that you have made your preparations. She definitely means business. All of this is coming in, and because of the circulation, we know that most of the north coast is going to be getting the very first impacts. Even although we have the system coming in from the east, and we expect a thing like this, the flow that she's going to bring is definitely going to be coming in on the north coast some more. Then, as usual, by the time she gets to this side, we're going to be seeing more of that flow from the south and east because of the wind directions. So let's see if we have the latest on this image. Let's reload it to see if the 7:15 has come out as yet. Don't think so. So let's give it another minute. Either way, if we take a look at the Doppler radar images, unfortunately, the Jamaican Doppler radar is still out. They're still showing March 9, and I'm pretty sure that this was the one from 2020, if not 2021. Unfortunately, Doppler radar right there. It would have been nice to have the Doppler radar. But we see that we still have to be depending on the Pelon Cuban radar. And we can definitely see the eye wall of Beryl starting to take shape right there. The dark greens, the yellows, the oranges right there after the southeast of St. Thomas. And we see the core associated with her, which has the strongest winds, the tropical storm force winds, the damaging winds. These are the hurricane winds that we don't want. And the hurricane center is stating that she should pass, if not close to the south of the island, maybe pass over the island, given the cone of uncertainty. and we know that we cannot manage or handle that situation at all. Let's reload these images now to see if we have the 715 update. All right, so we definitely have it. Here it is. So not much change. Still some clouds right there across sections of central and eastern Jamaica, and the central dense overcast definitely coming in. And we can even see Beryl on the Guantanamo Bay Cuban military radar. We know that they have a prison down there in Guantanamo Bay for the United States military, and they've installed a radar there, and we can definitely see the rain associated with Beryl across sections of western Haiti. The greens, the blues, the yellows that represent some light to moderate to even heavy rainfall. And I'm sure that there's some flooding taking place in Haiti. If you know, you know. With the lack of trees, flooding is easy over there. So let us take a look at this map. This was showing the surface wind estimate for Beryl at 5 a.m. Now let's compare it to the 8 a.m. Keep in mind that the oranges are representing tropical storm force winds. The darker browns in here, closer to the center, is representing hurricane force winds. So let us look and let us compare. So we see that from 5 a.m., look at the jump that was made to show you that Beryl is definitely moving fast, and we can imagine the next update. So between 5 and 8 a.m., that's what, about a good 3 hours if I'm not mistaken. So the next 3 hours from now up to 11, she could definitely be even closer, maybe right there off to the south of what, St. Catherine, Clarendon, or if not on top of us. We'll see exactly what unfolds with that. Either way, we still see that the tropical storm force wind probabilities across the island are still at 90% in the purple right there. So all of Jamaica are going to be getting, or is going to be getting in on that tropical storm force winds. We're definitely in for a very bad situation. And as we go throughout the day today, we see that the latest run from the Euro model is showing that the system should be right there off to the west of the island by 1Z on Thursday, which is actually 6Z on Thursday, which is actually 1 a.m. on Thursday. But look at where it is going to be on Wednesday. This is 21Z on Wednesday. That is about 4 p.m. So 4 p.m., the brunt of the system is definitely passing over us. That's according to the Euro model. Let's compare it with the GFS model. So we know that we have to use these two supercomputer models for the best forecast. We see where the GFS has it by 18Z on Wednesday, which is actually 1 p.m. on Wednesday. Something similar to what the Euro was just showing. So 1 p.m. right here, 3, if not 4 p.m. Right, yes, 4 p.m. right here. So it makes sense in a way. And we see the hurricane still to be a major one, as we can see the intensities right here, as these maps actually have it decreasing in intensity, making it down to the oranges. That could be what, a low end, maybe category 2, getting down to category 1s. In the yellows, we know that we're working with what the hurricane center is saying. That still has a major hurricane. So regardless of those maps, this is why even the founder of Tropical Tidbits is stating that we shouldn't use these maps to make decisions. We should seek official info. And the official info comes from the Hurricane Center, and that's what we're going to go with. Either way, we see that within the next 5 days, if not 7 days, the trend for Beryl's intensity is gonna be getting down, definitely making it the tropical storm status by the end of the next 7 days. So by next week, Wednesday, it should be little to nothing at all. If we take a look at the rainfall now, we can still see that the wider view of rainfall has a lot of rainfall still in store for a section of the Eastern Caribbean, the Southern Caribbean, usual Central American rainfall in the reds and the yellows that represent up to 1 inch of rainfall, as we can see by the key on the right. This map from the Euro and this map from the GFS showing all the rainfall that's expected within the next 33 hours right here at the top right. And we see the purples that's expected across Jamaica. And we're going to be zooming in a bit shortly, but let's take a look at what the Hurricane Center is showing. And you've seen that they've highlighted right here the eastern portion of the island, especially They've highlighted this portion of the island, the east. Why would they do that? And they've stated 12 inches is expected. Why would they do that? That's because of the topography in Jamaica. We know that Jamaica is a very mountainous country. We have a lot of hills. We can see all of the yellows, the gold colors right here. As a matter of fact, this is Manchester. Person's always wondering why is that Manchester so cool? Because majority of that parish is on a hill, so it makes perfect sense. And we see the Blue Mountains right here, the famous Blue Mountains that we know can possibly tear these systems apart. That meet well, that measure up to what 1,500 meters, if not more. So this is why the Hurricane Center highlighted this spot. When all of the moisture associated with Beryl comes into the east, it's definitely going to be squeezing out even more rainfall across the Blue Mountain. So there's definitely going to be a threat for mudslides, landslides, river flooding for sections of St. Thomas, sections of Portland. This is a very bad situation. And then all of this is pushing across the island from east to west. So it's definitely going to be a bad situation. Most rivers are going to be in spate by the end of it all. Damage, light posts down, trees down. It is going to be just like the aftermath of Hurricane Ivan. If you guys remember that one, there's a reason why Ivan is my DP on my YouTube page. Either way, we see the rainfall forecast. Closer look right here, showing all the what I don't even know what color this is. Peach, close to some grays. This is the GFS showing up to what 10 to 12 inches of rainfall. Look at the euro, something similar. A lot of rainfall in store by the end of the day on a Wednesday. But as it relates to the time periods that the system is expected to make the full force, the full effect, we see that by 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, which is actually 3 p.m. Jamaica time today, Wednesday, majority of the island, especially section of central Jamaica, should be getting in on the brunt of this hurricane. Definitely coming in at full force. And when that's happening, most of us will be without power. Most of us will be hunkering down and hoping for the best. This is just the GFS run. The Euro run is showing something similar. Look at all of that tremendous rainfall. We don't see this normally. We normally see the blues on this map. That represents what up to 4 millimeters. Now we're getting up into the greens and the yellows, oranges, reds, purples that get up into what the 60 plus millimeters of rainfall rate. That's what 2 inches, almost 2.5 inches of rainfall. And the thing is, this is what is being forecasted for that hour. And throughout the day, there is even more coming in, and we can still have some outer bands coming in after Beryl has passed. And even the waves throughout the day are gonna be ridiculous. Some coastlines are going to be unrecognizable because the waves that are expected are gonna exceed 9 meters, getting way high, damaging coastal towns, damaging buildings or houses. It is going to be a very bad situation. And as I said earlier, in terms of the winds, as of right now, as of the time right here, let's see if we can get the time coming in. Alright, so the time right now is, if it will show, alright, my computer glitching out, 7:33 a.m. So we can see that the winds are already coming in. What direction from? From the northeast, which explains why it is going on so bad in Montego Bay where I am at my vacation. Definitely some strong winds going on. The glass door, I don't like glass at all, is locked. And the sound that I'm hearing, it's ridiculous. You can see that St. Thomas starting to get in on the strongest winds in those golds, getting into the purples closer to the system. Anything exceeding 60 knots is starting to get into tropical storm force and hurricane territory. So it's just going to be going downhill as the day progresses and should be getting good by Thursday. So if you haven't taken your before pictures as yet, go and take them now that you have something to show when you take the after pics tomorrow. It is definitely going to be ridiculous. We can see as we go out in time that it should be right there. What look at it spinning off to the southeast of the island. Then by 18 o'clock, which is 6 o'clock, it should be right there after the southwest. And we see that it should be out of here. And as I said, as soon as it's west of us, we're going to be having more of a southeasterly flow because everything is spinning around the system counterclockwise, anti-clockwise. So it all makes sense. That's what low pressures do, while the high pressures have the winds coming in at a clockwise fashion, which is why all of the systems move from east to west. Either way, I hope that you're all, staying prepared. I will continue to post more videos, especially from the Weather Channel. I know you guys love the Weather Channel videos. I love the Weather Channel too. That's why I post their videos. I will continue to post their videos throughout the day if I can, if there's no power outage, if there's no internet outage as well, as long as JPS and Flow works with me. That's it for now. Thanks for watching.